In Shinichiro's Watanabe's work, if Samurai Champloo combines Buchito and hip-hop, then Cowboy Bebop is a combination of Western Hong Kong martial arts and jazz. In Cowboy Bebop, Watanabe harmoniously combines seemingly incompatible popular and national cultures to achieve a culturally ambiguous effect. He boldly creates animation with good taste by creating a stateless world, the character designs, and the music genre he incorporates. He achieves this by crossing and blurring cultural entities, and then further producing characters and in general feeling of statelessness. This is also known as transnationalism. Therefore, all cultural elements in Cowboy Bebop have been utilized to create a very flexible but ambiguous world. In Japanese animation, many works have the characteristics of different national cultures in order to achieve more cross-cultural characteristics. There is a word called cultural odorless. It means that a certain character does not have a specific characteristics, causing people to be unable to identify which country that character is from. Take Hello Kitty as an example. Although Hello Kitty is a character produced by a Japanese company, she is actually British. However, even Japanese or British people will not think that Hello Kitty is Japanese or British. They will only think that Hello Kitty is Hello Kitty because she does not have any obvious national characteristics, such as wearing traditional British clothing. In addition, Hello Kitty is the characters of Cowboy Bebop also fit the term cultural odorless because neither of them has clear national characteristics, which makes it difficult to figure out which country they are each from. The era of Cowboy Bebop is set 2071. People were able to move back and forth between the solar systems. However, a major accident caused a catastrophe to Earth, forcing humans to immigrate to other planets to form new countries. Due to this disaster, a number of criminals also began to increase rapidly, so a bounty boss system was established on various planets. A large number of bounty hunters began to appear and make a living from the rewards obtained from catching criminals. In Cowboy Bebop, Spike, a bounty hunter, and his friends wander the universe, searching for each other's past while also living their lives chasing down criminals. In the first episode, Spike and Jet come to a place that looks very similar to Tijuana, which in reality is a city on the northwest border of Mexico. However, this is very confusing because even though it is a Mexican city, the signs have Chinese, Thai, or Korean characters, and there are even Chinese characters for Shanghai in one scene. Not only that, although this is a Western city, people speak Japanese and there's even vending machines. But just when you're confused about this place, a fight scene shows Spike in traditional Mexican garb, which is consistent with Tijuana, but in a large number of different languages, which still makes people wonder where this place is. In each episode, Spike uses a spaceship called Bebop to travel to various planets like Earth, Mars, and Jupiter. But after leaving Earth, there are still many scenes that we are familiar with, such as Hong Kong-style streets with neon lights, multiple signs, or billboards with a variety of languages, or a lively market full of a wide spread of different ethnicities. What is more interesting is that even though the protagonists are in a world that doesn't look like Japan, there's still elements of vending machines around the area. There are scenes that are enough to show that Cowboy Bebop has a rich international outlook, and this culture infusions gives an audience a sense of intimacy even though it is not like the real world we live in. In the movie Cowboy Bebop Knocking on Heaven's Door, the background of the story takes place on Mars. However, it looks very Arabian because there are many Arabic-style buildings. Even the characters have dark skin, beards, and wear traditional Arab hats. Even so, many signs appear in Chinese and not everyone is wearing Arabic clothes. So, this place also gives people a stateless feeling. When most people see the name Cowboy Bebop, you probably imagine a cowboy riding a horse and wearing a felt hat, slowly appearing in the sandy west. But when you see Spike for the first time, you may wonder, why is this man wearing a suit and not holding a revolver, and even lives in space instead of the Midwest setting? But as the story develops, the audience will gradually discover that the animation is actually worthy of the title Cowboy. Also, the director depicts Spike and the other crew members as bounty hunters in the universe. The setting adds the elements of adventure, chase, and fight to the story. In the book Cowboy Bebop, the jazz messenger Watanabe says, "I pay lots of attention to skin color, also using multiple languages. Lots of times when you watch anime, the characters all have the white skin. All the characters in fantasy stories all have white skin, which I never liked. This shows that Watanabe attaches great importance to diversity, multi-ethnicity, and these elements can be seen in the characters."
The landing wheels aren't retracting!
Yep, and the number 2 nozzle won't work either.
What? Are you for real? We can't land
Oh, well.
without them! I knew I should.
Whatever happens,
I'm only 18.
happens.
I don't want to.
As the protagonist of Cowboy Bebop, Spike has messy hair and brown eyes. Although he has the title of Cowboy and has even argued with other bounty hunters with stronger cowboy characteristics about who is the real cowboy, in addition to his superb marksmanship, it is not difficult to see that he often uses Chinese martial arts in battle. These moves come from Bruce Lee Jeet Kune Do. He was once a member of a gang named Red Dragon. In the animation, dragon patterns often appears in the headquarters of Red Dragon, which has a very Hong Kong gangster feel. Although Spike has many elements of Chinese culture such as Chinese martial arts or even being a member of a gang that looks like Hong Kong style, his appearance does not look Chinese at all. Also, he is a cowboy but wears a suit. These elements make Spike possess both Western and Eastern cultural characteristics, and makes people wonder whether he is Western or an Eastern person. Another main character is Jet. He used to be a police officer at the Jovian Satellite, and his full name is Jet Black, which looks very special. Also, he has a unique hobby of cutting bonsai, which originates from China and continues to develop in Japan. This habit makes him look like an old Japanese man. However, his tall structure and dark skin makes him look not Japanese at all, but a bit African. However, his spaceship is often docked at a place with many Chinese characters in the background, making it difficult to guess what country he is even from. Faye is also one of the members on Bebop. Due to an accident, she was frozen, so her body did not age. Unfortunately, she also lost her previous memories. However, due to an appearance of a videotape, Faye begins to search for her past. It is worth noting that from the appearance of Merlion in a video, it can be seen that the director seems to want to imply that she is from Singapore. But we have no way to confirm this because she has purple hair and her last name is Valentine, which is a very strange name. Cowboy Bebop is obviously a Japanese animation, but it has strong Western flavor. Like the music and the soundtrack played throughout the series, take inspiration from the genre in the 20th century Black America. Although this type of music rarely appears in Japanese animation, the director cleverly combines these Western elements with Cowboy Bebop.
Glad to. I have to pay you back, don't I?
In the fight scenes, the director did not use intense background music, but instead jazz. Although the music doesn't fit with the theme, they surprisingly seem harmonious in Cowboy Bebop. Also, there are many scenes where Spike is fighting using Chinese martial arts, and in the background music is jazz. When we see the name Cowboy Bebop, it is hard not to notice the word bebop. Bebop as a style derived from jazz emerged in 1940s. This style is freer than traditional jazz with more improvisation. and faster melodies. The freedom that bebop pursues is deeply connected with Cowboy Bebop.
I think it's time we blow this scene. Get everybody in the stuff together. Okay, 3, 2, 1, let's jam.
When talking about freedom, we have to mention the low and magnetic male voice at the beginning of the theme song, Tank. In jazz, jam refers to improvisation. I believe everyone who has heard this theme song will remember it soon. However, bebop generally does not have memorable melodies, so the more free part of this music starts from the saxophone. When it comes to these music, we have to mention Yoko Kanno, who is responsible for producing all the music in this animation. The music she has brought to Cowboy Bebop simply raises it to a new level. Not only bebop, the soundtrack in the play also features different Western style music, like rock, folk, or classic, such as Spike and Faye sitting in the spaceship listening to rock, or the little boy playing the harmonica. These scenes all show the diversity of Cowboy Bebop's music. In Cowboy Bebop, the director uses various national cultures from the East and the West to create an animation with a sense of statelessness. Whether it is from a world where multiple languages appear, characters whose nationality is unclear, or jazz music that seems to have nothing to do with fighting, it all shows the director's interpretation of the concept of transnationalism. However, these different national cultures seem strange together. They highlight the unique characters of Cowboy Bebop and are loved by many people.